In a quiet corner of an Udupi, Karnataka, a horrifying tragedy unfolded. A case so disturbing, so violent that it scattered not just one family, but the very fabric of a community. This is not just a murder story. This is a chilling reminder of how darkness can wear in a familiar face. I am Uncle, and today on Uncle Says, we will uncover the brutal murder of Aynaz, a 21-year-old air hostess, along with her entire family, her mother, Asina, her brother Afan, and her 12-year-old sibling Asim. The man accused of this Marsika, their own acquaintance, a fellow airline crew member, a man named Chougule. Aynaz was 21 years old, a young, ambitious cabin crew member working for Air India Express. Friends described her as a warm, livingly, and incredibly dedicated. She came from the modest but the proud family. Her mother, Asina, aged 40 years old, had raised her children with the strength and the sacrifice after the family faced challenges early on. Aynaz had two brothers, Afan, 23 years old, a bright youth with the dreams of starting his own business, and Asim, just 12 years old, still in the school, full of mischief and innocent. They lived in a peaceful residence area of Udupi, a house filled with the laughter, ambition, and trust. But that trust was betrayed. Since Aynaz was a cabin crew member or the air hostess, there she met an Parthik Chougule, a colleague of Aynaz. A man flew the skies with her, who worked along her side on the multiple flights. On the surface, he was just another cabin crew member, professionally quiet with no major red flags, but behind the uniform lay in a storm. Chougule reportedly had developed a closeness with Aynaz. Some say they were just friends, other whispers he wanted more. What do we know? It's just something snapped. On the night of April 13, 2024, neighbors remember hearing nothing unusual, no screams, no alarms, but the morning the silence had turned sinister. Inside the house laid the bodies of Aynaz, Asina, Afan, and a little Asim. All four hacked to death. Police say the murder weapon was a sharp-edged tool, possibly a knife or an axe. The scene was brutal, bloody, the kind that even seasoned officers were struggled to forget. The motive as chilling as the act itself. According to the reports, Chougule had alignedly entered the house with the intention to kill. Whether it was predetermined or in a crime of a passion, we may never knew fully. But he did not spare anyone, not even the 12-year-old kid. The news of this incident spread like a Pushpa's wildfire. Udupi, knew for its calm and culture, was stunned. How could this happen here and why? People questioned the nature of their relationship. Was Chougule skating her? Had there been any warnings ignored? Was Aynaz living in fear? Neighbors began recalling strange behaviors, a man seen lingering near the house, unfamiliar cars, missed calls. Police immediately began tracing the Chougule, who had reportedly gone missing after the incident. Within the hours, a state-wide alert was issued by the police. Chougule was on the run, but not for the long. Acting swiftly, Karnataka police tracked him down in the Goa. He was attempting to flee away from India, but the surveillance footage and the digital tracing led the investigation straight to him. He was arrested and brought back to Udupi under the tight security. The crowd outside the police station screamed for justice. In this initial confession, Chougule reportedly admitted to the crime, but showed no remorse. The investigation revealed more layers. According to the sources, Aynaz had recently distanced herself from Chougule. She was reportedly uncomfortable with his behavior. There were unconfirmed reports of heated arguments between them. Some say he had started becoming possessive towards her. But the police dug deeper towards the case by scanning the phone records, social media chats, and the CCTV footages. Psychological evolutions are under the way. Was this crime driven by obsession, jealousy, revenge, or something darker? The charges against the Chougule are grave. 4 counts of murder under the IPC section 302, along with the house trespassing and destruction of an evidence. A wave of grief washed over Udupi. Friends of family broke down on camera. Teachers remembered Asim as a bright boy with an endless question. Afan friends spoke of his entrepreneurial spirit. Asina was being admired and remembered by her resilience. Aynaz's colleagues in the airline industry posted her tributes. Photos of her in the uniform, now part of heartbreaking memories. The question everyone is asking about is this incident could even be prevented or not. This case isn't just about the murder, it's about the warning signs and the wake-up call for the women. It's about the boundaries. It's about to need to speak up when something doesn't feel right. Many women in India and around the world face an emotional manipulation, threats and the skatings, often by the people they knew or the people whom they trust, like friends, families, colleagues or the ex-lovers. We must build a culture where people, especially women, feel safe to report the harassment and where the action is swift and serious. Because sometimes silence can turn to a brutal cases like this. And as of now, Chougule is in the police custody. The legal process is underway. The prosecution is building its case and the people of the Udupi are waiting or watching closely. But nothing can bring back Aynaz and her family back to life. But what remembers is the house that will forever echo with the silence and the story that will haunt Udupi for the years to come. And behind every shocking headline, it's a story of a real people, real pain. So let's remember Aynaz, a young woman who dared to dream. Let's remember of Hasina, Afan and Asim. Let's their dream not be in vain. If you are someone who feel unsafe, please speak up and reach out. Do not wait. This is Uncle and this is what Uncle says.